In the world of mixed martial arts, there are warriors and then there are samurai. Fighters who step into the ring, not just to win, but to test their very soul. Fighters who see battle as life or death, and no one embodied the mindset more than Enson Inoue. A man who refused to tap even when his body was breaking. A man who fought giants, champions, and monsters. Knowing he might not walk out of the cage, this is the story of Enson Inoue, the samurai who fought to the death. Enson Inoue wasn't just a fighter, he was a Bushido warrior. Born in Hawaii, he was a natural athlete who first trained in jiu-jitsu, but his real transformation came when he moved to Japan. There, he immersed himself in the samurai code, Bushido, the philosophy of honor, sacrifice, and facing death without fear. In an era where most fighters knew when to call it quits, Enson believed tapping out was dishonorable. He believed in fighting until the very end, no matter the pain, no matter the cost. In Pride and the UFC, he became legendary, not just for winning, but for the wars he was willing to endure. He didn't fight safe. He didn't play for points. Every fight was a battle to the death. Enson Inoue was a natural light heavyweight, but that didn't stop him from taking fights against heavyweight monsters, fighters who outweighed him by 40, 50, sometimes even 60 pounds. One of his most brutal fights was against Igor Vovchanchin, one of the hardest hitting strikers in MMA history. Vovchanchin beat Inoue mercilessly for 10 straight minutes, but Enson never tapped. The referee was forced to step in because Enson never would. Despite the wars he endured, Enson wasn't just tough, he was dangerous. In 1998, he stepped into the ring against a rising star and future legend, Randy Couture. Couture was already a world-class wrestler, the future UFC heavyweight champion, and a heavy favorite to win. But Enson had one choice. He was on his back, in trouble, but he found an opening. Couture made one mistake, and just like that, he had to tap out to an armbar or get his arm broken. With this, Inoue pulled one of the biggest upsets of the era. Enson Inoue fought some of the most dangerous men in MMA history, and two of the fights that truly tested his warrior spirit were against Frank Shamrock and Minotauro Nogueira. Frank Shamrock was the UFC's first true well-rounded fighter, a champion who combined wrestling, striking, and submissions. He was fast, technical, and relentless, but Enson wasn't intimidated. He was there to go to war. For over 20 minutes, Shamrock battered Enson with everything he had. The knees, the ground and pound, the brutal striking, but Enson refused to quit. He kept pushing forward, kept trying to submit the champion. The fight was stopped, but Shamrock later admitted that Enson was one of the toughest opponents he had ever faced. Despite the punishment, Enson never tapped, never stopped fighting. His warrior spirit remained unbroken. If Frank Shamrock tested Enson's toughness, Minotauro Nogueira tested his survival instincts. Nogueira was one of the greatest heavyweight grapplers in MMA history, a man known for taking ungodly amounts of punishment and still finding a way to win. From the opening bell, Minotauro imposed his game: slick jiu-jitsu, heavy pressure, and punishing strikes. He took Enson down and controlled him with world-class grappling, but as always, Enson refused to tap. The fight was an absolute grappling clinic. Minotauro was on another level, but Enson made him work for every inch. Even when he was trapped in seemingly inescapable position, he fought on, pushing his body beyond its limits. Once again, Enson gained the respect of one of his legendary peers. These fights weren't just battles, they were tests of who Enson Inoue truly was. Against world champions, against bigger men, against impossible odds, he never backed down, he never gave in. He was a warrior in the truest sense. This respect followed him outside the world of MMA as well. Enson Inoue was married to Kid Yamamoto's sister. Kid was an MMA star. Before that, he was a talented wrestler with a rebellious streak. During his school years, a reckless incident would entangle him with Japan's notorious organized crime syndicate, the Yakuza. In a moment of youthful indiscretion, Kid accidentally shot a Yakuza member in the face with an airgun. This seemingly minor act had severe repercussions. The Yakuza, known for their strict code of honor, were not ones to overlook such an affront. At this crucial juncture, Kid's brother-in-law, Inoue, had significant standing in the martial arts community, and he became Kid's protector and mediator. Leveraging his connections and reputation, Enson sought out the specific Yakuza family involved. Through delicate negotiations and mutual respect, he managed to defuse the volatile situation, ensuring Kid's safety. This would not be Inoue's only run-in with the Yakuza. Eiji, a Yakuza member continuously evaded Enson when he failed to uphold his promises regarding the sponsorship and care of Enson's fighters. Such dishonor could not be ignored. With each strike, Enson's message was clear. Betrayal has consequences. The light beating extended over 20 minutes, a testament to Enson's resolve to instill a lesson in loyalty. In the wake of the confrontation, the stakes escalated. Hasegawa, a senior Yakuza figure, confronted Enson, demanding retribution for the assault on his subordinate. Enson was candid when he articulated the reasons behind his actions. This, and the evident restraint he exercised during the confrontation, led Hasegawa to reassess the situation. Recognizing the depth of Enson's honor and the justification for his actions, Hasegawa chose to de-escalate the conflict. Hasegawa issued a stern warning to Iji, as he too realized the importance of loyalty and the consequences of dishonorable behavior. Through a combination of unwavering resolve, adherence to his principles, and open communication, Enson Inoue managed to confront a significant breach of trust, administer justice as he saw fit, and navigate the treacherous waters of organized crime without incurring further wrath. His actions underscored the profound respect he commanded and the intricate balance of honor and diplomacy in the martial arts world. What are your thoughts on Enson inside and outside of the cage? The true value of this story of Enson Inoue is not his wins or losses in the world of MMA. It was his adherence to his personal code and his loyalty to his people. Share your thoughts in the comments below, and for more deep dives into the lives of martial arts legends, remember to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. And I'll see you guys next time on Tony's MMA Corner.